to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running toes. They gonna take
this is what we gotta tell.
I've been doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm willing to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm ready to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host, Coach. Too much here. It is your host, Coach. I am back with FFC. We are back and we are live. Yes, sir. What a wonderful, wonderful week 7 that was, guys. Me, I had a great time. I won. Sorry, Lukey Pookie. Hey, you come up against the best, you get finished like the rest. Hey, 4-3. Let's go. We're going to check up on that ranking list in a minute, see where I placed. But boy, was it a heart attack almost. Do you all understand this? Boy, fantasy football could put you in the hospital. Yo, I mean, what was it? It started off, all right, he had a player. Mine was Brian Thomas Jr. Obviously, he went off. Great for him. And I think I was up 34 to, it was something weird I was up because I had DeMario Douglas who barely did anything. And then, just like that, Buddy went up 72 to 30. I was like, what? So it was one of those weeks, man. It was just up and down. I didn't take the lead until Monday night, bro. Like, he was up 126. I was down 117, right? He has Marvin Harrison Jr. left to play Monday night, right? Whole other game. That's Rams Cardinals, right? I'm in Tampa Bay Ravens, right? Now, mind you, I picked the Ravens to win. They got a slew of weaponry. You know what I mean? I got Kate Otten, right? I'm expecting to be 3 or 4. It's supposed to be a loss. It's supposed to be a loss. Mike Evans goes down. Oops. I mean, early enough that my boy Cade Otten secured me 18 points. About Harrison on that. Yo, I'm sorry, I didn't see 18 points coming out no Cade Otten. I'm very, very grateful. But when I saw Mike Evans go down, I'm not gonna lie. But all right, now bring on the Cade Otten. And boy, did Baker Mayfield deliver? Boy, I get it. They lost, but I'm happy for the 18 points because I won. I'm on a 2-game win streak too. What up, him? So that was awesome. That was awesome. I'm excited. So good for me going into week 8. And that's and your boy even took a donut in the game. Yeah. Hey, Tank Dale. I think you get dropped, sir. Here's the thing. I don't play about my fantasy football team, and I can walk away with. I have a lot of receivers that please. I have Jalen Reed. I have Darrell Mooney. I got Brian Thomas Jr., who is killing it right now. He is literally moving up to my number 2 spot. Everybody else they can fight in the flex. I got Darnell Douglas when he him and Drake May can, get chemistry together. But I'll take it. I'll take it. And who else I got? I got somebody else out there lurking in my receiving core. But I got plenty of receivers. Oh, since Ayuk coming over here to coach's couch for the rest of the season, coach made a sneaky move early, about around week 5, week 4. I think it was week 4 because they were supposed to be back for week 5. I think it was week 3, week 4. But I went ahead and picked up that rookie from San Fran. Yeah. Is he playing right now? No. Do I have a lot of receivers right now? Yes. So when he's ready to play, can he get plugged in? Absolutely. Yeah, that's how we roll. I'm rolling with 2 running backs on my entire roster. I got 3. Trey Benson and no, I got 4 because Gibson is there. They're backups for a reason. But Kyron Williams and Jahmyr Gibbs, my number 1 and number 2, they are truly playing like that, sir. Absolutely. Josh Allen needs some work. Hopefully, this acquiration of Amari Cooper will push me over with him that I need. I mean, he got me 20 something, so I'm okay. I'm okay. But buddy, I picked you in the 3rd round for 30 points. No, we can't. We got to do better than this. We got to do better. I'm sorry. But I'll take it. It was a win is a win in fantasy right now. Everybody's about to struggle come week 8 through week 12, though. I'll just tell you that right now. I'm okay if I take a loss last week. I'll go 4-4. I don't care. I got 6 games, 7 games to lose. I'm still in the playoff. Right now, I'm 4-3. Oh, 4-3. I'm a long way from losing 3 to 4 more games before the season ends. See what I'm saying? Excuse me. Oh, man. So, how did everybody else do this week? How was everybody else wins and losses this week? How did you suffer from a player? Did you triumph over because of a player? Like how did I'm glad I started watching this defense too. Yes, sir. Oh man. We gotta figure out. Hopefully, we gotta figure out the news what's going on with their quarterback because if he's out, that team is down in the dirt. And if he's only out for a few weeks, that's fine. They should be able to sustain that. You know who's not going to be able to sustain? Oh, because I brought this segment. I wanted it early. Well, now, Tybos, what you going to do now with that? Bro, I watched you that whole game get beat up by the Ravens. I mean, bro, you had no answer at all. And I mean so much so you just stood there with that smirk on your face. You said nothing. Your quarterback is over here trying to run hurry up plays. He was getting no direction from you, obviously, because you don't play, you don't do that on offense. But the fact that your defense was getting torched and you just stood there with that same smirk, like you had no answer. Like, what now, bro? You lost Mike Evans. He got a hamstring. He ain't come back for about 4 to 6 weeks. Bye-bye. You've lost now. It looks like Chris Godwin, who's in an air cast. That's not good. So now you have no offense. Now this offense looks like a team ran by Todd Bowles. What do I mean by that? Tampa Bay is about to take a torpedo drop into that last place in that division. It's going to be so bad. It's going to be so bad that the rookie for the Saints, when he plays Tampa Bay the second time, he's going to win. They're not going to have a team, bro. Not going to have a team. I'll keep K. Dot and he's going to get fed. Hey, I keep the tight end. I'm happy there, But the rest of the team, Tybo, what you gonna do, stupid? What you gonna do? Because what you're telling me is for the rest of the season, everybody about to get that face. But I can't even make the face. I got too much hair on mine. What you gonna do? The Tampa Bay Bucks about to They about to fall. I'm telling you, it's gonna get really, really bad because you got to understand there's no chemistry or anybody else that's cut. You have two of your top wide receivers that are literally gone. One for a while, and one could be gone for the rest of the season. You have no answer. Ty Bowles, you have no answer. And boy, hey, people are going to see how bad of a coach you really are. There was Baker Mayfield all this time. This entire time. I watched him on that drive when they were losing just to get in the end zone. And it was all Baker and Cade. But it was all Baker. No Ty Bowles. You just stood there. That's it. So what now? What you going to do now? You got a lot of answers. You got a lot to answer for in the next few weeks without these weapons, and your defense is not great. You have I think you got the proper personnel, but you leading that, it's never, in my time of watching football, I'm 40 years old, I've never seen you as a successful coach. You were a defensive coordinator that blitzed under Bruce Arians. And since that, you've been the same Ty Bowles I've always known you to be. Trash. Sorry. But the Bucks are about to fall. If you have investments in anybody, sell if you can. If not, hey, look, we're looking at drop territory, pimp. Not sure what else is out there to pick up, but this is we looking at drop territory. I'm sorry, because we're week 8 and we're too late to do anything with these weapons. Man, you gotta remember, these are players that have pretty much probably have us winning right now in the fantasy. Not anymore. You got to pivot. This is the part where, hey, what did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys between week 6 and week 12? It gets ugly between the bye weeks, between the injuries. It gets real ugly. And if you are not above 500 within the next few weeks, it's going to get real bad when everybody gets their players back after the bye week. So, like, I can afford 3 losses on the back end. Could I have afforded them now? You don't want to. You don't want to put yourself in that kind of predicament. And not one trade has been made. Not one trade by me has been made. I mess around all through that waiver wire. No trades. Ain't nobody's trade good enough. Unless you got a running back. Okay. And I know I ain't getting no Josh Jacobs. I understand that. But there's no running. You try to give me Alvin Kamara for Gibbs, Gus? No. That's not gonna happen. Somebody tried to give me a running back that was not worth it for Ryan Thomas. Sorry. He's played 7 games and has had 1 bad one. No, thank you. I'm good where I'm at. I'm just needing Connor to fumble a couple more times so Trey Benson can get more touches, get in the game more, and start taking over the backfield. Then I actually will have 3 backs. But until that day comes, nah. All right, well, while we are here, let us get into some recaps while we continue talking about football, right? Because this weekend was... So, I don't drive no, I don't have a thing for it. But through this recap, Coach is going to do a little talk about something he started. So, I'm a little excited. Coach is on the parlays, everybody. That's right. Coach is on the parlay. We betting, pimp. I failed off. I lost all of them. I played 4 tickets. I didn't get, but the last ticket was my closest one. I picked the Jets to win, and they lost. So I lost that parlay. But every other thing on that ticket hit. And I'll go through my tickets in a minute here. But yeah, we're going to be doing some segments here on the show. So everybody that likes to bet, yes, sir. I told you guys it was coming. I just told you guys the coach got to do his research, play around with it for a little bit, get more personal education. I can get education and knowledge from all the ears outside, but you got to do it yourself. You got to let your eyes and your brain process things yourself. I wasn't getting greedy. I didn't get greedy. Every bet I did was a $10 bet. I took one bet because it was a $1,200 hit, $1,200 hit. because I took all the underdogs. I took 3 underdogs and I took 2 overs. I think I hit 1. I just wanted to see. Then I learned something in that game. And I think the very first one I did was I think I just took an already proposed player prop. I was told, no, don't ever take a trending. Yeah. See, I learned something that day. Because one hit, the Devontae Williams hit big, scored a touchdown, anytime touchdown, and he had big yard. He had over 59 yards. I'm thinking, buddy, go. Who is this? Alvin Kamara could get 79 yards. Nah, bro, he had under, so I lost that one, and he didn't score. Alvin Kamara, right? Huh? Yeah. But see, I was just coach, just trying to get a feel of how those different games are played. So yeah, we're gonna do some more spreads. We're gonna get you guys. If you guys like to win money, yeah, let coach win some first before I really start throwing. I mean, I'll tell you who I'm gonna take. Don't get me wrong. It's your money on how you bet it. You know what I mean? So we'll get into a little bit of that. If not later today. On today's show, that we'll probably save that for a separate show. But yes, coach is on the spreads, and we are doing some betting. I had a great time with it. I don't game hawk and track that stuff like some people. Like, look, you make your bet, sit down and wait. That's all you can do. You know, the stats are gonna do the work for themselves. So you picked it. All you can do is sit and wait, right? Like I think I picked one team to win, and they were down 14-0 or something like that. The game, it was the second quarter. We got so much football left, yes. And it was Detroit, I think, was down. And Detroit ended up winning. Like, come on. I had Detroit winning that game. Detroit was the underdog in that game. That was the one underdog one that I hit. The Patriots, I think that was my other underdog, and they lost. But it was close, but they did lose. So I'm learning a little bit on the spread. I'm learning a little bit more on under over. And I'm learning a bit more on total winner. So, and this is football right now, but yeah, NBA's coming. Any other sports that I love to watch? Yeah, why not? Why not? Look, people win all day. I'm trying to get some of these winners too. And while I win, I'm actually trying to help other people win. Like, I'm not trying to be greedy. If I got the winning numbers, I'm trying to help you out. That's the way I do it in fantasy. I tell you all who to stay away from fantasy, and I tell you guys who to play in fantasy. That's what I'm here for. So I'm gonna do the same thing with these parlays, the same players, right? All right. So week 7 recap. Let me see here. So let's see here. So starting with the Broncos and Saints, good game by the Broncos. Saints and Tampa Bay are a little bit in the same situation. For fantasy purposes, you're gonna have to make some abandonments. Like, you guys, if you have Alvin Kamara, I'm sorry, but those numbers they're gonna fall. I'm so sorry, because this quarterback he's bad. The rookie's not good. Don't know when Carr's coming back. And I think they even lost Chris Olave for a little bit. So the whole team is offensively is just falling apart. And now it's all on Alvin Kamara. And you can say the fans fed up, but I mean, yeah, they fed up. I mean, y'all got nothing. And now they got to sit here with these season passes, and they got to watch y'all crumble. So yeah, they're a little bit fed up. This is why they didn't pay you, Alvin Kamara. The money wasn't going to work it. It wouldn't have been worth the funds. I'm not saying they anticipated these kind of injuries or anything like that, but whatever reason stopped them from giving you funds, it's going to help them in the future now, because they ain't gonna need it. Jaguars, Patriots, good game for the Jaguars. Patriots going overseas. Ricky playing in the game. Not as much film on them, so I thought they had a bit of an edge on the Jacksonville. But again, Doug Peterson's job was probably on the line, so most likely it had to be a win. So good game for that. We have Titans and Bills again. Amari Cooper, I loved how Keon Coleman had to tell Buddy, but look, it's this game. They threw him in that game like without any knowledge of the playbook. That's not his fault. I'm pretty sure he did as much studying as he could. He's never won. He caught the ball, didn't he? He caught a touchdown, didn't he? So it's one of those like he didn't know to play in that moment. And the teammate helped him out and they scored. Like teamwork. So it's the Titans. Who keeps saying that the Titans have the best defense, the top defense in the league? Like why? They're losing every week. I don't understand. They're getting points put on them every week. They give up points every week. They've been coughing up like 20 points per week. Not sure where that come from, but they do not have a great defense. It's actually it's not good. They may start strong, but they sure as hell can't make it to the third quarter. And finishing strong is pretty much behind that. Let's see, Lions and Vikings. That was a good game. Now, one thing I will say about the Vikings, in their losses, and that's another reason why I did pick the Lions to win this, because in the Vikings in the games they should have lost, they have been very, very close in score, like 2, 3, 4 points in score. So the fact that's what made me push the edge on Vikings losing. I just didn't see them going 6-0. Coming off the bye week, it was a strong 5-game stretch, but coming off that bye week, that was asking a bit much off the Vikings going against the division rival Lions. Just didn't see that happening. Again, thank you, Jahmyr Gibbs. Wonderful points. Let's see, Bengals, Browns. I'm honestly surprised the Browns were able to put up 14 in this game, to be quite honest. The Bengals, I mean, it's a division game, so I didn't expect the Bengals to put up crazy numbers in this game. I did expect them to win. Colts, Dolphins. That one is a bit much of a. That one I had Dolphins winning in my prop in my ticket, and that didn't happen. That didn't happen. They let me go see what I had. I think I either took the +3 or I took the money line on the Dolphins, and I lost by 6. So I should have took the opposite for the Colts. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Anthony Richardson, and quite honest with you, I didn't see Anthony Richardson winning this game. That's just me. Okay, so my first ticket was I picked New England to win. They didn't. I picked the Giants to win. I mean the Lions to win. They did. I picked over 48 for Houston and Green Bay. I was so mad because I think they ended up at 46. 46. I was so mad. Like, are you serious? Like, none of you. Like, it was 48.5. So it had to be a touchdown for me to win. So I thought it was going to be more of a high scoring game, but maybe I have a bit now with that score. To be quite honest with you, I have a bit more understanding on over-unders with most of these games, especially if I know the points. Because I had it 28-24 is what it was, and it ended up being 24-22. So I wasn't off. That's what irked me the most, right? They had ample time to score. They had ample time in that Texans game to score. Any one of them had ample time to score another touchdown. And it's like they got scared of each other's defense in that late in that game and just got passive. They just were playing the clock. I was like, I wanted to curse. I was at work and I couldn't, but that's cool. It was cool. It's my first time doing parlays. I had a great time doing it. All that means is I'm gonna get better. Because I took the Dolphins money line to win, and they lost by 6. I took that game because strictly I don't like Anthony Richardson, and I just didn't see the Colts winning that game. They won by 6, so I mean, not that far off. I expected the Miami Dolphins to at least have 17. So Chiefs, and I picked the Chiefs to win, which they did. So I got 2 out of that 3 ticket. My other ticket, and that was the one where I took all the. Let me see. Yeah, this was the $20 bet where I took 1, 2, 3, 4 underdogs and 1 over. And if I would have won, I would have won $1,200 ticket. Let's see, my other ticket, not too good. I still took the over because it was after. So what it was, I had already lost that Patriots game, so I already lost the ticket because I took that 9 o'clock game. So I went ahead before the other game started and put in another ticket, and I still had Houston over, and I took Seattle over, or Seattle and Atlanta over 51. Both of those I didn't hit. I'm learning something about the over under, so I'm gonna try something my next go round, which I did, and it did win, but I lost because the Jets lost. I took the over 51 for Seattle and Atlanta. I thought Seattle had 34. I thought Atlanta was going to have a bit more of a fight in this game, and somehow they laid down. So that hurt. I won with the Bengals beating the Browns, and again I picked the Lions again. Let's see, and my last one that was closer, I picked the Rams to win, Commanders to win. I picked the under 47 for the KC and San Francisco game, and I think they hit 46. I lost because of the Jets lost 37-15, and I won picking the Ravens against Tampa Bay. So that was my first day doing parlays. It was awesome. I had a great time doing it. Can't wait to do it again. So it's parlays ain't going anywhere, guys. I'm telling you that now. So much so, FFC may have to be a double show because look, football is only 18 weeks, right? That don't stop parlays. You got basketball, you got soccer, you got baseball, hockey, golf, racing. There's a lot of betting. I like numbers. Coach likes numbers. I like to crunch numbers. I like the research. I like doing that stuff. I like to win money. So we may have to have a separate show for you guys as it pertains to bettors. As Coach progressively gets better at doing this, yeah, we're gonna have to do a little something separate outside of FFC. Because yeah, I like winning money. I like winning people money. Did I win money yesterday? No, not at all. But I won money doing fantasy football and DraftKings. That's not hard. I'll be honest with you. I find Hard Rock parlays a little bit easier than putting money in DraftKings. I'm not gonna lie. You do have to take personal feelings out of these games. Like I said, I didn't pick the Colts because I don't like Anthony Richardson. Now, if I would have had a bit more sense of research on the game itself, I probably would have picked the Colts. I even said, with the Hurricanes coming off a great win, Miami's home. They should, were they home? I didn't look at that. And that might have been another thing I didn't look at. Where's that game? No, Miami wasn't home. I should have paid better attention. I was so excited to put my ticket in. I didn't pay attention. Miami was on the road. I should have picked the Colts. What up? What up, boss man? How we doing today? Kev had one game. Kev got one win. He took down Tomo. That was the importance of it. Kev took down Tomo. Where the gods defied all odds for Tomo, Kev swooped in and said, "Nah." Oh man! But then he went right back into the losing bracket. Wow. I'm going to assume Teddy has not crawled out of last place as of yet. Let me see. Let me see here. NFL Fantasy. Let's go take a look at the R2L League real quick while we do our recap, because it's a little bit of both of the same. All right, so let's see here. Where were we? DK Metcalf is out for a while, I believe. He's day to day. Sorry, he's not out for a while. He is day to day. Nasty hit, nasty fall, but he's supposedly going to be okay. But he is day to day. They just said he did. He dodged a scary injury. Deshaun Watson did not, and the fans, boy, let me explain something to you people. Y'all can sit here and get mad at the fans for booing this man for getting hurt. This man been breaking their hearts since he got there. I'm sorry. What? He broke his leg? He been breaking hearts. Look, I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm really not. But you have this city took this man, and you know, maybe it's partly their fault because of the whole situation he was in, and then the Browns fans try to make light of it, like give us our quarterback, set him free. It was a whole fiasco in the show, and he showed y'all that you shouldn't have done that. Now y'all mad, bro. Y'all are mad. Y'all are big mad at the crippled black man because he crippled you guys. In the Brown and look. Again, I'm gonna say it. I have sympathy. For the Browns, no matter how ugly it gets for them. Like with this situation the other day, and you got Jameis Winston, the spokesman, trying to speak up for his teammate. Look, I've watched Browns football for a long time, and I'm trying to tell y'all something. Look, they haven't been to the playoffs since Kyle Anderson. No, they missed the playoffs. They had 10 wins, and they still didn't make it to the playoffs. This was when 10 wins was a guarantee. But I think that division was so good, or whatever they did not have enough out of 10 games to make to the playoffs with a winning season. Like that was crazy. You had 9 and 7 teams in there, and they couldn't. Hey, you had that one time Seattle got in with 6 wins because they were the best in that division. Like it can get real ugly with stuff like that. So for the Browns, I'm sorry. Like y'all can get mad at the fans and say they were cruel all you want. It's been cool for them for a long time. So you got to think maybe they don't know how to deal anything out but cruelty themselves. The trauma that the Browns fans go through. You got to think they had Bill Belichick himself. He had I think I don't know if he left or the Browns let him go. Don't let me lie to you about the story behind that situation. But he goes to New England and just wins everything. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but the Browns fans are angry. They're bitter. They spent a lot of money on these season tickets. They supported a man who likes to touch people, and he touched them in the wrong way. Like, his streak continues. Like, if I'm Browns, I'm honestly trying to see if I can sue Deshaun Watson, bro. Like, I want the money back. You did nothing. Remember, his first year there, he was suspended. The dude has done nothing since he has been a Brown. I'm sorry. I don't have sympathy but for Browns fans. I don't have sympathy but for Browns fans. Like, they can't get a coach. They can't get the quarterback. They can't get the receivers. They had a receiver who couldn't stay off drugs. Go figure. Like this dude, I can't remember. Josh Gordon just couldn't get right. Like that's what they had to deal with. Best running back in the league, Nick Chubb, gone, and they have not been the same since Nick Chubb has been gone. And he ain't gonna get better. Once them knees go on the running back, guys, just gotta know it's over. They can last a little bit, but it's over. We don't get a lot of Derrick Henrys around here, man. Like it just doesn't happen that way. It's right now. It's bad for the Browns. They went and got Odell Beckham, and that turned into a dark horse of a evil medieval show. He was, bro. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And that's what I'm saying. And he was a Brown, and he was gonna have the Browns. Browns were doing great things with him, and then he got in trouble. Baker Mayfield. I'm sorry. I get it. They set up Tyrod Taylor for the fall so Baker could take over. But he did. He looked good his rookie season. And then they tried to load up with Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham and just a bunch of garbage. and Freddie Kitchens can't coach. And now here the Browns are with a loaded team and no wins at all. No wins. Like they weren't winning football games. Like, I'm sorry. I feel for the for a level of football, and for what the Browns have had to watch since I have been alive. I'm 40. I am 40, and for what I've seen the Browns deal with my entire life, I ain't got no. There's certain people they do that to. I'm like, nah, man, that's messed up. You know who else I didn't have sympathy for? Vince Young. Why? Well, look here. I was in Houston, Texas when he was kicking all of our high schools behind. And when you are undefeated in Little League football, middle school football, high school football, college football, like dude has never lost a game. Then you go to the Titans, you're the number one pick, and you have a good rookie season. Not a winning season, but a good rookie season. People enjoyed watching you. The fans loved what they had. And the defensive coordinator saw what you can't do because all that film you gave them in your rookie season, and they shut you down immediately that second season started. And now you got people who were betting all this money on you, throwing trash at you, calling you bad names, talk about your mama, talk about your family, talk about you should have never been born. You were wasted. Like, it gets that ugly because this is fantasy football. This is betting. People pay money, and you look like garbage. And you couldn't handle that. You could not handle losing. And losing comes with the boos, the bad talks, the fights in the stands because you can't get it together. Like, you cause all that when you lose. You forgot what you caused when you won? You think there's no opposite? There's a balance, pimp. There's good and there's evil. And you showed a lot of evil because you got used for all the winnings until they sent you off to the NFL. And the NFL said, no. We're gonna show you what it's like to lose around here, pimp. So I didn't have no sympathy for him when they booed him off the field like that. I had none. Like I knew what you were about. I didn't have any sympathy for RG3. I didn't. If any fans came at him negative in that way, I didn't. I didn't. I probably may have defended him, but at the same time, man, you was a running quarterback, and you was already coming off a leg injury in college. Like, you weren't going to stop. You slide bad. You go down bad. Like, you weren't doing the good things right. So here you are with an injury. So, but like, no, stuff like Deshaun Watson, man, I ain't got no sympathy for that. The Browns fans have been losing for years. And unfortunately, when you come into the doghouse, get ready to get bit. I'm sorry. There is an aura in that Brown stadium. Like, think about this. As bad as they have been all this time, how many empty seats have you ever seen? Think about that. As bad as the Browns have been, how many empty seats have you seen? That is the loyalty these people have to that city and to that team. And somehow, I don't know if it's a curse. I don't even want them to sell. The Browns just got to find a better way to do things because you paid all this money to Deshaun Watson, and now you got. It's like it's not gonna get better for the Browns now. Where's the money? Unless they can find a way to sue him and recoup all this money back, bro. It's just not gonna be good. It's not. It's just like, what do you do right now with your quarterback with a torn ACL? If now you got him guaranteed money. Like, what do you do? You lost. Do you need new ownership in charge of the Browns? Like, because you can't put this on the field anymore, right? Like, this is an issue that's above everybody. It's not a sell team type of issue, but man, it might be regime change type of kind of issue because, like, it's almost like no one's caring up top, and they just got the football team, and they don't give a damn because the fans paying all the money. Like, This is why I don't have any sympathy for your player when the fans are cheering that he's gone. They don't have to deal with this pain you keep throwing in their face every week. So they cheered about it. Are they happy that he got hurt? No. I promise you they're not. They are happy they no longer have to deal with this crappy play of football that they have paid ounces of money for. In a recession, by the way. You didn't even attempt to try to make a quarterback change at this position with him playing this bad this year because of all that money you gave him. And now you ain't even got a choice. Now you have to throw whoever in there and just tank. You're not tanking this season. It's going to be worse than the Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay tank because Todd Bowles can't coach. Y'all going to tank because you don't have anything. You don't have anything. If I'm Nick Chubb, I'm not even trying to come back. If I'm Nick Chubb, I'm looking for a trade. I am looking for a trade. I'm trying to get out of Cleveland from Nick Chubb. I'm sorry. If I'm in Njoku, I'm trying to get out of Cleveland. I'm trying to go somewhere and finish off my career strong. Not here. It can't happen here. Josh got 1,600 yards and he was suspended for 2 games. Yeah, and then he couldn't stay on the field after. He kept getting suspended indefinitely. 1,600 and missed 2 games. Just think about the greatness of that. 1,600 yards. It was only suspended for 2 games. He was gonna be something, bro. He was gonna be something nice, man. Oh my gosh, he was gonna be something nice. All right, so let's see. Oh, cool. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into some fantasy stallions and donkeys, those people that set us up for the win and took us down for the loss. And we'll take a look at coaches. Look at my team and look at my ranking and see where Coach falls. And we're gonna look at R2L's team. We won't be doing the story time. I have a separate thing I'm doing for that. But we'll go over the scores and the leaderboard for the R2L League and see what place everybody is placed. So we'll get into more of that when we come back from commercial break. We'll be right back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, welcome back. We are here. We're about to get into some donkeys and stallions for week 7. Yes, sir. Those guys that set us up for the win and the ones that took us down and broke our hearts. We had a few of those. Tank, Dale. Look, I'm sorry. I can take 3-4 points. 0. Oh, buddy. we don't do that. We don't do those on my team. I'm sorry. Somebody else can have you. You haven't done anything for 7 weeks now. You had 1 week. Yeah, 1 week that you've done something, and the rest were pretty much booty. So no, and you were on my bench most of the time. So no, we're not going to play those games. you are in drop territory most likely. Let's see here. Before we get into anything, what we got here? Austin, how we doing, my man? Welcome. Should I trade Aaron Jones, Kyle Pitts, and Wandale for Bijan? the reason I want to tell you no. Hold on. Before I open my mouth, let's go look at something real quick. We all know what Coach likes to do. We like to go look at the numbers. The numbers tell us everything we need as it pertains to trade, sit, starts, all that good stuff. Let's see here. We all know what my one issue with Bijan is, and it's Algier, who is sniping carries. All right. So the last 2 weeks for Bijan have been absolutely beautiful. Okay. I'm going to say yes because, who they have next 2 games? Oh, yes. Yes. The answer is yes. If you are able to make that trade for Bijan. Absolutely. Those 3 players for Bijan, you're absolutely right. And I see what you're doing. You're giving that extra oomph. You're doing the 3-for-1 because you're trying to solidify that one play. I got you. You have Brock Bowers and you have Malik Neighbors. All right. So you need a strong running back. I see what you're doing. I like it. Aaron Jones, I agree. Aaron Jones has been balling. I agree. However, go look at Atlanta's schedule in the next few weeks, especially going into the bye. It's I don't want to call it a cakewalk, but okay, you got Tampa Bay next, whose defense is absolutely horrible, and I've told you all this. They run a Tampa 2. You can't run defense in the Tampa 2. Dallas defense is atrocious, so they're going to have fun there. New Orleans defense is not good. They're going to have a good time running the ball. Did you see what Javonte Williams did to that New Orleans defense on the ground? Yes, sir. Then you have Denver. Maybe a tough matchup on the ground. Could be, right? You have a bye week in week 12. Then you got the Chargers, Minnesota, Las Vegas, the Giants, Washington, and Carolina. Washington and the Chargers outside Denver might be Bijan's only trouble. That seems like a cakewalk schedule to me if I'm a Bijan owner. Sorry. That's 20 plus points a game, minus the 2 games. He may get you 10 to 15 if he scores or not. And there it is. Yep, I definitely like the Bijan schedule over Jones. Absolutely. See, Coach gives you all. I don't just look at the numbers. There's other numbers that come with those numbers, the scheduling numbers. How many times in the next 5 weeks is Bijan going to hit these types of numbers? So far, between now and Denver, he has 3 to 4 weeks to put up the same type of numbers. I need those wins. I need those touchdowns. I need all of that. You know what I mean? Aaron Jones, let's take a look. If we're going to compare the players, let's compare the players. Oh, Aaron Jones got a questionable tag too. Get him out of there. So, Aaron Jones has the Rams. He has the Colts, Jacksonville, who actually has a good run defense. Tennessee. They all keep saying Tennessee got a great defense. So, I mean, I hope they plan on being able to run against Tennessee. Chicago's defense, who's actually really, really good. They got to play Arizona twice. Wait. Why are you playing Arizona twice if you are... No, Atlanta. I'm tripping. They got Arizona and Atlanta. Atlanta's defense is good. So they do play Chicago's defense twice. They got Green Bay, Detroit. That's a favorable run. It's a favorable run. I don't know. It seems very favorable. Because their numbers are literally the same as it pertains to weeks 1 through 7. Like, it's not like Bijan's been turning it up for 7 weeks. He's actually went on a decline from week 1, and he's kind of going back up on a rise. Whereas Aaron Jones he's up and down with the same numbers. Like week 1 was good, week 2 was week 3 was good, week 4 was good, week 5 was week 6 was on the bye. He comes off a bye in week 7. He goes off for 20. I tell you what, is there another running back on your roster that will allow you to keep Aaron Jones and steal Bijan? Or is there another player on your roster to give up for a 3-for-1 that would still allow you to keep keep Aaron Jones while stealing Bijan Robinson? Because their numbers are kind of the same. And looking at the schedule, unless we're saying the Minnesota Vikings are going to hit, go on a losing streak here, I don't really see that because I know they lost now, but the Rams, it's not going to be a hard game. Indiana is not going to be a hard game. Jacksonville shouldn't be a hard game. Tennessee should be a win. Chicago could be a tough one at Chicago. Arizona, they should be able to handle Arizona. Atlanta could lose. That defense is actually good. They do play Chicago again at home, but that defense is really good in Chicago. They have Seattle in week 16. That defense is good as well. But Bijan ran on that defense. So if Bijan ran on that defense, Aaron Jones should be okay. Green Bay. And they have Detroit last. What did Green Bay? Joe Mixon. What did Joe Mixon do against Green Bay? Let's see here. Oh man, shoot. I don't know. Yeah, I still like the trade. But if you can somehow find a way to keep Aaron Jones and steal Bijan, you're gonna have to still give up a 3-for-1. But if you can find a way to do that, do it. If not, then what you're doing is you're trading away Jones because you just want Bijan, and that's fine. But they're putting up literally the same kind of numbers on the ground and point-wise. So one thing I do know is Aaron Jones ain't sharing the rock either. That is a big plus for Aaron Jones. But Bijan's numbers, regardless of him sharing the rock, are going up increasingly. So, again, the trade is because you want one for the other, unless you can find a way to get both, to keep both. So that's the advice I have. I don't have anything against the trade. Try to see if you can get both. If not, then you're making the trade because you want Bijan over Aaron Jones, and I can get behind that as well. Oh, you are absolutely welcome, man. Come back. I'm here for all fantasy and now parlays. Show me the tickets. Aaron Jones is injury prone. The way they're using him in Indiana, in Minnesota, I would say it would be if he was used the way he was used in Green Bay. I would say that. But the way he's being used here now, I think it helps him. He's questionable. Like I said, he's walking around with a questionable tag right now. So, but because of his numbers, that's what I'm saying. Try to keep both. Now you got both of them. Why not try to do that? But if you can't, then I understand. And here's the thing. Don't try, look at your roster. Don't just try to send a trade first, and then if it don't work, try to send another. No, it ain't gonna work like that. They're gonna do that. They're gonna think you're trying to. They're gonna think something, and they're not gonna take the trade at all. Look at your roster as deep as you can. Look for 3 people that have nothing to do with Aaron Jones that you think will be able to be taken for Bijan, right? Even talk to the guy. Look, I got 3 players. Okay, 3 players. Even let him pick. Let him look at your roster and let him tell you what 3 he wants. And if you don't like those 3, counter without Jones, right? And see what it says. If he takes it, boom. If not, that's where you have to recounter with Jones. Okay. But I would try to keep them both if you can. Tyson Carter, welcome to the show. How we doing? All right, what's your question? With recent news, who's your number 1 pickup? Jalen McMillan and Ricky Parcell or Rashad Bateman. Well, with the recent injury news, I kind of have already planned ahead because you may be new to Coach's Show. And Coach, learning from Coach, I am Coach. I don't touch number one wide receivers. I've been playing fantasy football for a long time. I've been winning fantasy football for a long time. And there's just something I don't do. Now, if I'm playing DraftKings, if I'm playing FanDuel, stuff like that, oh, absolutely. That's different. You know what I mean? But in a 14 team, 17 team league, or 12 team league, 10 team, you don't do 10 unless I'm invited by like personal people. But anything else, competition wise, I'm 12 or 14. Like, I lost my train of thought. I don't touch number one wide receivers. I want number one running backs, and then I can find a receiver because if you're not number one, that means you're taking on a single coverage. And all I need to make sure is I do is find the guys that can catch the ball in single coverage. You know, Jalen Reed, Darnell Mooney, Brian Thomas Jr. You know, guys like that. You know, it was Tank Dell, but but it couldn't catch. You got no Nico Collins. You can't stretch the field. You worried about your leg. You worried about tearing it again. So I'm not gonna worry about you. I'm dropping you. You don't score 0 on Coach's team and stay. Go ask Kyle Pitts. You can't do it. You can do it on the bench. If I didn't start you, you can't do it when I start you. I'm gonna put you out. I'm sorry. I am that kind of guy. But back to your question, my man. In week 3, they said he was supposed to be ready to go because he said he's already practicing, he's already running routes. So I picked up Ricky Parcell a long time ago. I ain't even put him on IR. I just leave him there on my roster spot. He's gonna play. And I have enough players on my team that I don't need a roster. I don't need an IR roster. So I don't keep injured people. Somehow I just know how to stay away from that. So what I would tell you is it's Ricky Parcell. It's hands down Ricky Parcell. Until Ricky come in and show us he don't touch Rashad Bateman. Don't let that touchdown last night fool you. He's not nowhere near a 5 to 7 catch receiver for 100 yards a game. He's not doing that. He's getting 3 to 4 for 60 and a touchdown if they get down the field, if you can break for one. But they're running the ball very, very well with Derrick Henry. Zay Flowers is their guy, and they still use Mark Andrews. So, no, I'm sorry. Bateman is not the option that you want to take at this point. It's Ricky Parcell because he's going to come right in. Debo's going to slide on out. Kittle is going to line up where he loves to line up. And boom, bada bing, we're going to have Ricky come in and eat up off the slot. It's that simple. So I'm going with Ricky Parcell. I'm liking when he plays. I'm looking at 5-7 catches for about 80 yards and a touchdown in his first game as a rookie. Yes, he's got to make a statement. He got shot in the chest. What you mean? I'm excited. I can't wait for him to play. Yeah, Joe Mixon went nuts on that defense, on that Green Bay defense. They still lost, but he went nuts on that defense. And that's the thing about Joe Mixon. There's always been a thing about him. When he plays, he's injury prone. And that's that. But when you say a running back is injury prone, if you're a good running back and you're injury prone, you don't really get messed with. If you're Aaron Jones in the previous years with Green Bay, you're injury prone. That's what you talk about. You're injury prone. I don't want you. This year, Aaron Jones, I can't lie. I've seen better football than Aaron Jones this year with Minnesota than I've seen him with Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. Man, it's almost like that move to the Jets bit everybody in the butt. That was an ugly game, but it was one game. It ain't going to stay that way. All right, let's get back to these scores. Let's see. We have the Eagles, Giants. So Daniel Jones is out. Dabo has to make a change, or they're going to make a change at him. 28-3. You got to get rid of him. Bring on Tommy DeVito. I think. I don't know. We'll find out who the backup quarterback will be. That Green Bay Texans money line destroyed that up. That over under killed me. I should have took the under, but it's all right. I thought it was again. I was missing one touchdown. I had 28-24. Missing one touchdown out of this game, suckers. Let's see. Rams beat the Raiders 20-15. Not by much, but I mean they had The Raiders don't have anything either. They don't have a good running game. They don't have a good passing game. They lost Aiden O'Connell. He's out 4 weeks with a thumb injury. Go figure. So it's it's getting pretty bad in Raiderville. Panthers. Not sure. You guys had one game with the Rocket and thought, oh yes, no. The fact that you guys even made that move is crazy to me. 40-7. 40-7. He's got to make sure Jalen Daniels ain't gone forever, but 40-7 Washington put up on the Panthers, and I had Washington's defense, so yeah. Good win for Coach. Chiefs 28-18. They lost another player, and 49ers can run. I mean, I hate to say run through, but man, it's just like players drop like raindrops to injuries in San Francisco. I don't know what it is. But Chiefs are still undefeated. Chiefs Pete. All right, Jets, Steelers, Monday Night Football. Hey, look, all respect to Mike Tomlin. All respect. Here's why. It ain't even the fact that Mike Tomlin beat Devontae Adams twice. That's the fact that the reasoning he started Russell Wilson. If you want to start Russell Wilson in fantasy for the next couple of weeks, I advise you to. If you think this is going to last for a while, I would tell you don't do that. Here's why. I need you guys to understand that Justin Fields is the future of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But Mike Tomlin is playing chess, not checkers. So, did everybody know that there was a condition to the trade for the pick for Justin Fields? If I'm not mistaken, he had to play 51% of the games or the snaps, some weird stat line. In order that if he does, then Pittsburgh does give that conditional pick to Chicago. And what happens if some reason he's not quarterback for a few weeks? Because mind you, this was week 7, right? Week 8 would have made it 51% or 57%. Week 7 makes it under. And all Russell Wilson has to do is play for like 4 weeks, play bad, and then it goes right back to Justin Fields. Justin Fields will remain the starting quarterback later in the season and throughout the future. But Mike Tomlin ain't coughing up that pick. That's why he benched Justin Fields. Again, this dude is playing checkers. He's playing chess, not checkers. You gotta think about certain things. Like you gotta look at all the details. And I've seen that it's a lot of times that happens. Like when a player doesn't reach a certain mark because of a trade, that their conditional pick ain't going nowhere. That's the slime ball of those types of trades. Like Tomlin was playing them boys. Like, hey, look, I got your guy, and I got another guy that y'all paying for, and I get to keep my extra pick. Like, man, look. That's why they extended Mike Tomlin. So me over here talking a lot, like earlier in the season, like, oh, this might be it for Mike. I'm not here in Pittsburgh, but maybe he need to go somewhere. Nope. Nobody playing the entire league. He is 4-2 in that division. All he has to do is deal with the Ravens. Oh, he'll handle Joe Burrow. We all know how I feel about Burrow and his overratedness. So he'll handle Burrow just fine. He only got to deal with that Henry and that Jackson boy. That's tough. That's tough. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't care who you are, but I don't want to have no parts of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Like, if I'm a coach, if I'm a defensive coordinator, there's tears, there's late night drinks. I'm smoking a lot. I'm drinking a lot. No sleep. I might even grow everything out until this game is over. Like, I'm sorry, it's a lot to deal with those two. Who we got here? Chopped up. All right, we got Kareem Hunt and Jalen Reed for Brian Thomas Jr. So here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you yes. Why? He's had one bad game in 7 weeks. And if that's what you want, if you don't mind not having Jalen Reed, and I love Jalen Reed, but if you feel like that schedule ain't looking like you want, like Jalen Reed needed to put up them 30, 20 points a game, but you see the consistency of Brian Thomas Jr. being that guy, make that trade. Because that Kareem Huntness it's not going to stay forever. You're absolutely right of using Kareem Hunt as the bait with Jalen Reed for Brian Thomas Jr. Absolutely brilliant, sir. Oh, you have all three, and you want to know who to start. I thought you were trading. I'm so sorry. I would start Brian Thomas Jr. I haven't sat him even in his bad game. Let me go look real quick. See who they're playing. This kid is tearing it up. Playing Green Bay. Ooh. That's a tough one because Green Bay's secondary did put a stoppage on. That's Tank Dell, though. I don't know. I'm not going to say that. Ooh. What did Diggs do against this Green Bay defense? Let's check that out. That'll tell us a little bit more. Because, he's supposed to be a number one wide receiver. Oh, you only had 5 catches for 23 points against Green Bay's defense. Oh, yeah. So, no, that secondary for Green Bay is actually really good. I'm actually going to say, who's Jalen Reed playing? I have them both. So, let's see here. They're playing Jacksonville. Jalen Reed against Jacksonville's defense. Yeah. Yeah. Let's look at Hunt now because, again, his wave is high right now. Oh, Hunt's playing the Raiders. I'm going with Hunt. Hunt. Raiders have no defense at all. Hey, yeah. That's the one. I would go with Hunt in the flex. If that's who you're looking for, if that's the player you're looking for via the one to play, and if this is a flex position, I would go with Kareem Hunt in the flex. They have no defense in Las Vegas. And who was it? The Rams that played? Put it this way. Kyron Williams got me, and this was one of his lowest games. Let me see. Where are you? Okay. So Kyron had 19. Kyron had 19 against the Rams. Against the Raiders. And that was one of his like lowest runnings. I'm trying to see how many yards he had. There we go. Kyron Williams, game log. He had 21 carries for 76 yards and 2 touchdowns. I'm going with Kareem Hunt. Tomo, what's good, man? Coach, it's time to crown Lamar Jackson as a fantasy football god. Yes, sir. We have to. We have to. We should have a ceremony because I have to 100% say he has pushed Josh Allen out of the way. He is no longer fantasy football god material. Like I'm literally, I'm honestly, I'm playing with an average quarterback, somebody who gets you 20 points a game, 24 points a game. That is not what I got Josh Allen for. I got Josh Allen to put up 30 a game, and if that's Lamar Jackson right now, that's the god of football right now. Sorry, because it's the ability of what you can do at the position you're playing when you're drafted, and the a number 3 pick. Yes, 24 points is good, but what you want is 25 plus with the number 3 pick, no matter who the position is. That's why I got Josh Allen at the number 3 pick, because like with the way you throw and run, I'm banking on 28 plus a game. Not I could have went and got a third running back like Josh Jacobs. But it's okay. I digress. I have to ride with Josh Allen. I'm winning. I'm 4-3. If I would have Josh Jacobs, I'd probably be undefeated, but it's okay. But yeah, I think it's time to crown a new king and crown a new guy, man. I think it's time. Lamar Jackson has been, again, I'm scared to go. I'm not damn so scared to go up against him in fantasy. I haven't had to deal with him yet. I think I had to deal with Henry, but I haven't had to deal with Lamar yet. I don't want to. Let's see. Rate my team in trade. Swift for love. How are you doing, Javier? Let's see. Let's rate this. You got a 10-team PPR. Flex. 2 flex. Purdy. Jonathan Taylor. Nice. Brees. Okay. Brian Robinson. Okay. You got some good backs. Pollard, Hunt, Swift. You got a lot of backs. Jesus. Swift, Cup, St. Brown, Reed, MHJ, Njoku, and Laporta in your 3 and 4. I feel like you leave a lot of points on the bench because you have a lot of players. And the ones on the bench outscore the ones that start. Have you had to deal with that a little bit? Your team is good, but it just seems like it's a lot. Three and 4. You have too many tight ends, for one. You don't need Njoku and Laporta. That's just too much. Problem is, with the way they've both been playing lately, I don't know if you're going to be able to get rid of both. You're probably going to have to drop one. You might be able to use one for a trade. You might be able to use Njoku for a trade. I would trade. You only got St. Brown. You got Reed. I trade Cup and Reed. No, not Reed. I'm going to talk about Njoku. Cup and Njoku. Let me ask you this, Javier. Are there any players not on your roster that are on other rosters that you're looking at? That's a good question to start with because we got to make trades, but I'm not sure who you're going to want to trade for. Like for instance, you might, if you can trade Njoku and Cup, you could probably trade for Darnell Mooney. Because it seems like you need another receiver. You might even be able to your running backs are solid. You got 3. You need help at receiver. That's where you need the help at, from what I can look at. You need some help. You need receiver help badly. Or you can go high. You can get rid of Jonathan Taylor and Swift for Brian Robinson. Jr. That would be a good trade. That way you would put yourself up for in a receiving bracket. And if Cade Otton is available via the wire, drop one of these tight ends and pick up Cade Otton. See. So you're looking for Brian Thomas Jr. So, all right, so I gave you an option for Brian Thomas Jr. It would be a running back, 2 running backs for him. If that team, if the owner who has him doesn't have good running backs, and you might even be able to throw in one of those tight ends, 3 for 1. But if you're looking at Brian Thomas or neighbors, yeah, I would cough up Jonathan. Let me look up at I would cough up Jonathan Taylor, because you got to take somebody high. I like Breece Hall. I like you keeping Breece Hall. No, I think Breece Hall might be the good trade. Here's why. Braylon Allen is behind him, and he's vulturing. You don't want to vulture right now in this season, late in the season. You want guys that are basically going to keep the rock. I don't know if Jonathan Taylor has somebody back there, but I think, let me see. What was Jonathan Taylor's numbers this weekend? Oh, shit. Taylor hadn't played. Shit. He has not played. You're not going to be able to trade him. So let's see here. You might have to trade Breece Hall. Breece Hall and Swift. Breece Hall, Swift, and Njoku. The reason why I wouldn't say Laporta, nobody might bite on Laporta. Let's see what he's done lately. Yeah, nobody's biting on Laporta right now. So I would go with Njoku only because the quarterback situation is changing, and we don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but any new quarterback likes to throw to the tight end. So the touches could end up possibly being there. But again, that's why I said if Cade Otton is available in the waiver wire, that's who you need to go grab in the waiver wire. So at least you have him as your other tight end. And you need a quarterback. What quarterbacks are available in your waiver wire to start off? Is there a Goff available? Is there? Let's see something. So for you, sir, I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to make a trade for a quarterback. You are most likely going to have to, if Russell Wilson's available, you may have to grab him. Drake May, you may have to grab him off the waiver wire as well. Bo Nix, if Bo Nix is available, you have to take him off the waiver wire. And that's about it. Because I don't think anybody else is available. You won't get a quarterback in a trade unless you're going to cough up. No, don't touch Herbert. He's not playing good football this year. Stafford is playing. And if Tua's available on the wire, take Tua because he'll be back week 8, and he'll be fine. He can't run his head into other people. We all know he can't take a hit in the brain, but as long as he stays in the pocket where he should stay, he should be absolutely fine. He should actually even throw for 3 touchdowns when he plays in week 8. Oh, you're very, very welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah, I mean, all of his receivers are going to be happy he's back. They're literally missing their quarterback. He's still not worth $53 million, but with the way they run that offense, he can hit his receivers down the field all the time. Never been an issue. That's why I never understood what made him run in that play and run his head into that Bill safety. I just didn't get it. Hey, Matthew, Omar sent me a trade for CD and Murray, and I get Baker, Ridley, and Pollard. Oh, why would you take that? Why do you want Ridley? Omar sent me a trade for CD and Murray. You getting dog, but I don't like that trade. And I'm thinking of sending him a trade of Murray and Kamara for Gibbs and Baker. Y'all gonna be back and forth all day. Neither one of y'all are giving each other good trades. I was just waiting to see if Evans is going to be healthy. No, Evans is hamstring. Evans is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. That's not going to happen. So that's my man Jose. I give him fantasy football advice on the side. Him and Omar actually, because they're in the same league. I give everybody fantasy advice. Even Lukey Pookie, who took the L to coach. Do you think it's a good trade? I'm iffy on sending Kamara because Derek Carr comes back next week. We'll see how that works, but we'll answer that one later. All right, so let's get back to where were we? Where did we leave off? Ravens, Bucks. We talked about them earlier because Ty Bowles. What you got? I don't know what you got now because your whole offense is gone now. Now it's up to you and that Ty Bowles defense. We know that's not going anywhere. Chargers lost to the Cardinals. Let's just call it what it is, man. Herbert is not good. I'm sorry. He had 2 good years, and then he basically became the new golf, I guess. I don't know. It looks really, really bad. So that's it for our game recap. Let's move on over to our Stallions and Donkeys. All right, so today's Stallions. We have Jahmyr Gibbs. That's right. 116 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 receptions, 44 yards for 32.0 fantasy points. Saquon Barkley, 176 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, 2 receptions for 11 yards for 26.7 fantasy points. Joe Mixon, where we at? Joe Mixon, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 receptions for 9 yards, 26.4 fantasy points. Javonte Williams, 88 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 receptions for 23 yards for 26.1 fantasy points. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 receptions, 112 yards for 1 touchdown for 25.2 fantasy points. Those are our Stallions for week 7. And our Donkeys. At the top of the list, Stephon Diggs, 5 receptions for 23 yards for an ugly 7.3 fantasy points. Oh, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, 4 receptions, 17 yards, 5.7 fantasy points. Oh, we're not done. Tyreek Hill, 5 rushing yards, 1 reception for 8 yards for 2.3 fantasy points. I saw that rush. It was horrible. Devontae Smith, 1 reception, -2 yards for 0.8 points. They should have put you at the bottom. Sam Laporta, 1 reception for 25 yards. I bet you got the whole crowd hype, and you never saw not another catch for 3.5 fantasy points. Those are the Donkeys for week 7. Oh my goodness, they played horrible. All right, so we are going to take another quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to finish up with our show with what segments do we have left? Where we at? Oh, we just come back for our starting 6 segment for week 8. So yeah, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be getting ready for week 8. Be right back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living in different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, welcome back. So I actually don't have my information for starting sits for today, so that show will probably be tomorrow morning before I head to work. So don't worry, we will get you guys covered for starting sits. What we can do right quick is finish what I was saying about my team and seeing where I ranked right now, and we'll look at the R2L team and see see what the rankings are over there. So real quick for me, let's go take a look at the league. So I am sitting now at 4-3. I am in 4th place. Moved up one spot. That's right. I'm creeping. I have Demario Douglas on a bye week. That's an easy fill-in. Oh! Look who doesn't have an injury designation. I think we can go ahead and slide Ricky Parcell into that spot. That'll be wonderful. And it's a Sunday night game. Ooh. And they play Dallas. Ah! When I say my heart sings, I'm excited. Would you trade Cup for DJ Moore? Let me see. No. Here's why. Actually, I don't know. I don't know, man. Caleb Williams is playing some really, really good football right now. I can't. I tore him a new one when the season started. The Cup is always a 100. But DJ Moore's a little bit more healthy. I put it this way. If you like the number margin of DJ Moore over what you think Cooper Kupp will get when he comes back off injury, I would go with DJ Moore off the trade. If you like what you think Kupp should get coming off this injury, seeing as there's basically no weaponry and it has to be Kupp with Kyron Williams right now, then I would make the trade for Kupp. That's how I would kind of look at it. All right, so back to my team. Let's see here. So yeah, we're most likely going to be starting Ricky Parcell. Defense-wise, we are not going to play Chicago. I mean, we're not going to play Washington versus Chicago. That's just not going to happen. So we will most likely take we might have to keep it because ain't no defense is available here. Let's see. I might just rock with Washington another week, even with the low numbers. Doesn't bother me. I don't like any other defenses. I don't care about that. As long as I'm over 6 points, that's fine. It could be a low-scoring game. Let's see. What am I looking for? League. There we go. All right. So Buddha is in first place at 7-0. Lance is in second place at 5-2. Christian is 5-2 in third place. I haven't played Christian yet, and I haven't played Scumbag Whisperers yet. And I'm in fourth place. Nice. And there's only three other 4-3s. Every 1, 2, 3, 3 and 4s. Willie, that 1-6, bro. That Isaiah Pacheco with the second overall pick. It's tearing you a new one, guy. It's tearing you a new one. Oh man. All right, so one more look. Let's take a look at the R2L League. All right, so for week 8, oh no, we're in week 7. I'm tripping. All right, week 7. So, all right, Jaden Full, he destroys Little Kev Carcall 146-74. Moves him up to 4-3, and it drops Kev to 3-4. Cause Stone Cold Stetso beats Stat Stuffers. Whoa! He's 3-4 up in 11th place. Stat Stuffers is 5-2, down to third place. All right. Oh, your done son moves right back up. So he takes one loss and then goes back to destroying folks. He beats Bang Bang Niner Gang 183-116. My golly, gee whiz. Golly, gee whiz, Batman. All right, Redeem Team beats It's Command Time. Woo! 144-121. Moving up to 4-3, and Command Time moving down to 5-2. That C plus taking a nasty drop, huh? And Mark we trust. And Dak we trust. 127 beats MILF Hunters to 109. Jesus. May's Corner beats Everything or Nothing 120-100. And Oriole McMurray beats Zeke and Destroy 153-86. Buddy, did you even start anybody? My God. All right, let's go check out the let's go look at the league standings. All right. In first place in the R2L League, we have your done son at 6-1. It's Command Time drops to second place from first place at 5-2. Stat Stuffers at third place at 5-2. Redeem Team moved up to fourth place, from one spot at 4-3. In Dak We Trust moves up 2 spots to fifth place at 4-3. Oriole McMurray moves up 3 spots to number 6 at 4-3. May's Corner moves up 1 spot at number 7 to 4-3. And Jaden Full moves up 2 spots to number 8 at 4-3. All right, that's playoff territory right there. Literal Kev Carcar moves down 5 spots to number 9. Ooh, what an ugly loss. That moves 5 spots. That's crazy. Zeke and Destroy drops 4 spots to number 10 at 3-4. Cause Stone Cold Said So moves up 2 spots to number 11 at 3-4. Bang Bang Niner Gang moves down 1 to number 12 at 2-5. Everything or Nothing moves down 1 to number 13 at 2-5. And oh boy. Oh, and 7. That's what it sounds like to be 0-7. There's no noise. There's no action. It's nothing. You're 0-7. This is about as loud as it gets. 0-7. Fantasy football is a monster, and I take no prisoners. Not me. Mm-mm. All right, so we have tomorrow's show coming back to you guys. That's where we'll do our start and our sits, getting you guys ready for the weekend. Is it Wednesday tomorrow? Yeah, so we'll have all that information ready to go for you guys tomorrow morning. So stay tuned for that. I enjoyed today's show. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all the call-ins for your starts and your sits. Every week, I'm here for you guys for doing that. I really do love it. And I'm so excited that we're bringing in some betting into FFC. But remember, FFC might be branching off to another show that has to deal with betting and parlays and stuff like that. So we'll do some more research on that and see what happens when football season is over. Because right now, I'm sticking with just football because that's where I want to kind of learn and get more, get a little bit better at doing it that way until I get into the other sports. So don't worry, we do actually have a sports betting coming, so that's going to be really, really fun. And it might not be me by myself. It might be a collection of a few of us on R2L because a lot of us do parlays, a lot of us do betting. So this is not something that needs to be strictly done by me. No, it can be easily done by a few of us who do this. So stay tuned, and we're just trying to give you guys fresh and new content all the time. So again, Coach appreciates everything. I love you guys. Coach is out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.